Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're bugging out. Today's video is a challenge video with a bunch of other YouTube channels, and it's a challenge, I guess you call it, and it's a 24-hour bug out challenge, and you can only use the things that are in your pack. I'll put the link down below to all the other channels involved, but when I get my camp set up, I'll talk more about it. Alright guys, and now I'm at my location. I don't know if you can see it, but I got my tent behind me. Now, for everybody that's doing these bug out challenges, you're supposed to have a scenario. And I couldn't think of a scenario where it would be just me bugging out and why I would go to the hills, because normally, like, our bug out plan for my family is we have a camp trailer, we have, you know, the cabin. So I was thinking, and my best scenario that I would bug out by myself for 24 hours would be if I had a hunting accident. So that's my scenario, is I'm hunting and my Ranger, my side-by-side, I wrecked it. I'm miles away from home and I'm stranded. So I'm using the provisions that I normally keep in my Ranger and my backpack to sustain me for 24 hours. What I've got is I got my little army tent back there behind me. I don't know if you could see it. And I did cheat, Tack and Brenda, even though it didn't fit in my pack. I brought my little wood burning stove. I don't know if you could see, but it is cold out here. It just got done raining. And I've been setting up my tent in the rain, sitting in my car, and it's finally a good spot. I'm going to go collect some firewood, and then I'm going to finish my bedroll inside the tent, and then we'll take the video and everything inside the tent. Alright, one thing I want to do is make a fire in here. The firewood that I did find, somebody luckily left some behind, and I found some twigs. But to start the fire, I'm going to use one of these military, what are they, Trizene fuel bar. I just want to hurry and get it in. I keep usually 4 or 5 of these in my pack. It is cold. Can you see that down there? I'm going to put that in the stove. We'll get that fire roaring and then we'll be right back. I got the fire going and trying to make the best lighting possible. I got a strobe light, I don't know if you can see it, hanging from my pole of my Polish Lavu. Now, some of the things I brought with me on my bug out, which I normally keep in my bag for hunting, is I got my bag. It's just I don't know where I got that bag. I think I got it on sale for my boys at a place called Recreation Outlet. It's not the best, but I carry a pair of gloves with me, MREs. In fact, I'm going to try to use this one. I got this from Plumpy E. He sent this to me. We'll eat that later on. First aid kit. My sleeping bag was in there. I have an air mattress. I know I'm cheating. I got a nice air mattress underneath here. then I have half of a tarp that I laid down. Extra pair of clothes. I got some cooking stuff. I got my bag here. I'm going to use the Stanley. In fact, this one, I don't know why this one, I must have two of them. This one has never been used. But we'll use this to cook in, boil water. I got a first aid kit that I carry with me. I always carry rice, rope, all sorts of stuff you'll see. Today I got my pistol. I wanted to bring my rifle, but I was just running out of time to go down and grab it out of the safe. So, real quick, let's just talk about bugging out. You know, I know most of you do prepping, or not prepping, but planning for bug out situations. Many of you are like me. I have multiple situations I might be planning for. The first thing that we plan for is if something happens, we do what they call shelter in place at our house. We will shelter in our house if we have to, and we have some provisions there to last us, probably a week at our house. And if things really get bad and we have to leave the house, we can get into our RV, and our RV has provisions to last us and to sustain us indefinitely. We have solar, the water. Normally where I go, we'll have water. We have food in there, but we have another location where it's our family cabin, and we have a family plan that if things really get bad, we try to make our way to our family cabin, and we can sustain my whole family, everybody in my family, indefinitely up there. We got ammo, guns, food. But another thing we have is we have go kits in every one of our cars to get us home. And from season to season, you might have to change your go kit, to get home. Like for now in the winter time, we carry more blankets, more things for the cold, coats, what have you. But in the summer, we might not have the winter stuff. Like I said earlier, this is a coordinated effort. There's going to be a bunch of YouTube channels doing this same thing, bug out challenge for 24 hours, and we're going to release them all on the same day, and I'll put a link down below to all the other channels. But for right now, I think I'm just going to let this tent warm up. I got my firewood over here. Let me see if you guys can see the firewood. It stacked up over there in the corner. Got me my hatchet, my saw that I carry with me. Let me move this light. And like I said earlier, this is a 24-hour bug out, and my scenario is, like I said earlier, I was in my Ranger hunting, got in a wreck, became stranded, and I have to bug out, or sustain myself for 24 hours before somebody comes and finds me. So I'm going to get situated a little bit more, maybe put some water on to boil, and we'll check back to you guys. Well guys, it's 7:35 at night. Just with this new time change, it's darker earlier. I thought it was later than what it is. Got the stove going. I'm just sitting in here thinking I should have brought me a book or something. This lava is dark. That's one thing I have to remember next time I go in it. Let me see if I can turn on some more lights. But this is a good test. This is actually the first time I've taken this lava out in the mountains. I did rip a little bit over there on the zipper getting in with my pack. I dropped the pack down on the portion that I added the 12 inches to, and it ripped it a little bit. Not bad, about an inch, so I'm gonna have to fix it. But I'm not very hungry. I had a big lunch today. The wife and I stopped and got Arctic Circle for lunch. Just coming home from a football game. My son, that's a freshman, his team played in the semifinals today, and they won. So next week they go to state. That was pretty cool. I could tell already the biggest thing about this challenge is you're all by yourself. Well, at least I am. I don't know how people can do alone. I know our good friend Skeet, he wants to do alone. And I think just being alone by yourself would just be hard. I've only been out here, what, three and a half hours? And I'm bored out of my mind. Granted, it is dark. Maybe I'll make something to eat here in a couple hours. But it is cold outside. You know, after it rains, everything's wet out there, and then the sun goes down. I bet it's in the mid to upper 30s. I didn't think this fireplace was working because it felt kind of chilly in this tent, but then I went outside. It was really cold, so the stove's working. But I'm just gonna hang out. Maybe I'll do some whittling. I brought a Mora. I think this Mora came from Jiu-Jitsu 2000. Whittle on a stick or something. Brought me some water. Got plenty of water. So, I think the worst part is going to be I'm going to be listening to cars coming and going. There's a campground down the road, and we're in the middle of the muzzleloader elk hunt. So I'm going to have hunters coming and going. I should have thought it through a little bit more where I'm going to go, or where I was going to go today, but I ran out of time. This is really the first spot that I came to. It looked good. But we'll check back in a few hours. Alright, I'm decided to make some dinner. I'm actually using some stew. And I'm using this little spoon that my friend Brenda made from AOK Foraging and Adventures. Not quite. My tab up here melted off a while ago. Oh, that smells good. I think we're almost to a boil. Oh yeah, that's good. That's hot. Oh, there goes my pumpkin light. Let me show you guys my pumpkin light. Like that. Got it for Halloween. Now that Halloween's over, I thought, I want to use that. Put it in the tent. I don't know if I'll be able to eat all that. One thing I like about this stove, you got these little racks on the side. Alright guys, I got this soup here. My spoon, the AOK Foraging, or Brenda from AOK made me. That is good. Sorry, Plumpy. I was going to have your MRE tonight, but it's just actually cold in here. And I wanted to just get something warm in me. One thing about these lavus is they're small to the ground, so you don't have much room to stand up. I was going to bring a chair in here, but it won't fit. But that spoon works really good, Brenda. This is actually pretty nice. No kids arguing. No games. Just out here in the wilderness. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but some guy pulled up about an hour ago with a camper, and he's got a generator going. He's about a half a mile down the road. Thought I was going to come up here and be all by myself, nice, quiet, and there's a generator. Oh well, what do you do? I'm going to finish eating my stew. Then I'm going to clean up, and I'm probably going to get to bed. One thing, there's bears. They've had bear sightings up here. Guess the bears are getting ready to hibernate, so they're going out and eating. So I got to try to take all my food out of the tent and go put it back in my car. I don't feel like being bear food tonight. So the lavu is actually pretty warm. It's doing a good job. But, hey guys, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and the fire died, and I don't know if you can see, but there's ice all inside my tent. It's probably from the condensation from my breath. Oh man, it's so cold. I'm nice and warm inside the bag, but I made a fire. Hopefully get this dried out inside, and see if I can get me some hot cocoa or something made here shortly. Well, good morning everybody. It's 6:45 in the morning. The only reason I woke up is there were some gunshots around me. And it's the muzzleloader elk hunt. But the fire's going. I don't know if you can see that over there. It's keeping me real warm. One thing about that homemade jack that I made, acts as a skylight. But anyway, it acts as a skylight, and it's not really bright in here, but at least you could tell it's morning. I'm gonna wake up, get some water on to boil, and maybe make some breakfast. Alright guys, here's a better look at my camp system. Just look at the background. Isn't that beautiful? Got the mountains up there and the trees. Cooking me some, boiling some water rather. I'm not cooking, I'm boiling. I've about depleted all the firewood that was here. There was a big stack over here. Got a few more I can cut up. In fact, there's a couple pieces. car. It's all iced over. It got so cold last night. My phone said it got down into the single digits. I believe it. Look how cold the ice, look how the ice is on the windows. The nearest road's about a half a mile that way. That's Mirror Lake Highway. I'm only maybe 10 miles from my house as the crow flies. But just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go in. You can see the sleep system a little bit better. Let me throw this wood in. What I did is I went to Harbor Freight, bought me a moving pad to put all my stuff on. Got me a tarp over there on the ground. I got a foam mattress or an air mattress, and then my sleeping bag, and I was hot. There's my pack. What's left of the firewood. Let's go and cook some breakfast. Alright, while that's cooking, I can't decide if I want rice and chicken for breakfast or biscuits and gravy. I'm thinking more toward biscuits and gravy. You see if the water's done boiling. Not quite yet. It's got some bubbles to it. I'm cheating. I actually brought a measuring cup. It says to put about 3/4. Now we just let it sit for 8 to 9 minutes. I'll just put it. Alright, well, I got the biscuits and gravy, and I found this old chair. I don't even know if I should be able to sit in it, but it's freezing my ass off. Tack and Brenda, I'm not using your wood spoon today. I'm using this plastic spoon. Oh, it's not what I was expecting. It's not done. But last night, as I was filming, I went through 1.5 batteries. I had them both charged up, and the cold just sucked the batteries right out of them, or the life out of the batteries. So before the batteries die, I want to thank all you guys for watching my video on the Bugout challenge. I've still got probably 6 more hours, and I think I might go for a hike. I'll take the camera with me. I'll hike down to the river. There's probably about a 3-mile hike down there. Come back, take a nap, and wait my time out. But I just thought I'd tell you guys that in case my batteries die. I'm going to go ahead, finish my breakfast, and go for a hike. Alright guys, before my batteries die, I thought I'd maybe shoot my gun off a little bit. I just had some work done to it. Let's see if it works. Nope. What's going on is my ears are ringing now. what's going on is after I shoot it, it racks back, but then it misfires, or it does a stovepipe, I guess you call. Not too excited about fixing this one again. Well, guess I gotta do some more work to it. But here's the, I'm just shooting a little 380, those home defense rounds. Maybe it needs to be lubed up, but for some reason after it slides back, it doesn't chamber the next round. I replaced the spring, a few other parts, but obviously that's not it. Let's go see if we can take a walk down to the river. Alright. I turned on my GoPro. My battery's down to 8%. And my SD card is almost full. So hopefully you guys will be able to see the river. It's just this way a little bit more. Beautiful in through here, isn't it? Oh, it looks like it's about ready to snow. But let me save my SD card and my battery until we get there. All right, this isn't the river. It's just a crossing I got to get to. Look at the ice starting to form. I'm not sure how I'm going to get across without getting wet. All right, I can hear the river up here. Just trying to get a good path. As I'm hiking to the river, I know my battery's about to die. I went through 2 batteries. Tack and Brenda and everybody else involved in this challenge, thank you for challenging me. It's been fun. First time out in the wilderness, or in the mountains with the Lavu, and it worked great. Oh, you guys got to see this. This is where I want to put my Lavu next time I come down. So I want to put it right here. Look at the river. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe put the tent right over here. Listen to the river at night. Alright guys, well, this is the part of the video where I was supposed to go back to my tent and hang out for a couple more hours, cook some lunch, but my batteries died. So anyway, I went back, made some lunch, and it started snowing, so I took down the camp, sat in my car, and I actually got onto a group text with Tack and the rest of the members in the group, and just told them I just finished filming my video. So anyway, things I learned from this is, 1, don't take your batteries for granted. I had 2 fully charged batteries for my GoPro, and both of them got zapped because of the cold. I had an external battery that I could charge my GoPro with, and that got zapped because of the cold. My phone was at 95% when I went to bed, and I woke up and it was down to almost 6%, so it just zapped those. Another thing that I learned is being out there all by yourself, it sucked. You know, you don't have anybody to talk to other than the camera. That was my hardest part of the challenge. Food wasn't that bad. I always carry food with me, water, or there's the river nearby. So well, it was a fun challenge, and make sure you guys go check out everybody else's videos. I'm going to put their links down below. And this is the part where I get to nominate somebody to do the challenge. Now, I've already talked to this person, and they know about it. They've kind of got a heads up, but there's no time limit. But I'm going to nominate Skeet or Jiu-Jitsu 2000. I'd like to see what he comes up with and the things he uses. So thanks again, guys. Go check out everybody else's video and the collaboration anyway. And hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving, and hopefully you're with your families, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.